who will talk about cyber risk management.
Hi and good afternoon. Let's talk about cyber risk management and cybersecurity governance and how some free software could help to manage that stuff. Brief agenda, who am I? Okay, cybersecurity and open source. What is cybersecurity? Little spoiler, we are talking about governance and risk compliance. How can help, how that software, that kind of software, help us in managing the complexity of the cybersecurity. And then we will discuss about some solutions, some GRC solution coming from open communities that can help us to manage the governance. Who am I? I'm Graziano Specchierla, born in the 70s. I've been working in IT since 1996. I work in Exprivia, like Carlo before, in the cybersecurity business unit. Exprivia is an Italian system integrator based near Bari. About 2,400 people, 100 people in managing cybersecurity and infrastructure. So today I'm in my learning zone and also in my fear zone. Classic cybersecurity, we often represent cybersecurity in offensive and defensive, so red team and blue team. In all these areas, there are many tools coming from open source that are available as free, and many of them are included also in many Linux distros. The most famous is Kali Linux, and so usually the perfect hacker is represented as a guy with a black hoodie and a laptop with Kali Linux and some sticker on the laptop cover. But cybersecurity is not only related to the IT. Cybersecurity is in protection of the business of the companies. And in the computer science, cybersecurity means the information security means the degree of the resistance of the information to a damage. And starting from confidentiality, integrity, and availability, you can derive all the cybersecurity. We see that the information security management is the art of deciding how to spend a single cent to minimize the risk, to lower the risk for our business. Cybersecurity is made of policies coming from top management. In the cybersecurity is made also of regulation, laws, general principles. The risk management is the core process of the cybersecurity. It is the main process and has to be continuously repeated because you have to demonstrate also a continuous improvement because attackers improve their activities and also the defense has to be improved. The risk management process aims to lower the risk and set the risk under a level of acceptable risk. To do so, you have to spend money, implementing technical and operative measures, safeguards, controls, and so on. So antivirus, ADR, identity management systems, cryptography, and so on. But now, the boring part. Or better, how to manage all that stuff, also trying to make it attractive for technical people. There are some software called GRC, Governance Risk and Compliance, that has as an objective to protect the corporate information, ensure business continuity, managing managing risks, and managing compliance. There are many themes that will claim the rise of the GRC. The laws, these two is already here, and it is important to have a system and a management to demonstrate that if we will in the NIS2, we have the management of the risk coming from the cyber. So also third-party risk management is an important theme that is that arisen in the last year because almost all attack coming from third party. And that kind of software for the cybersecurity is also important to have a cybersecurity at 360 degree in the organization. So involving all the level of the organization, from the top management to the leaf of the organization. And how that kind of software will help us. GRC software keep all in the same place and help us to have a control. In the GRC, you have the way and instruments to keep risk under control. So the flow of the risk management is implemented inside that software. Could help in respect norms and law because we can collect and analyze and review documents inside that kind of software. They establish roles, so manage who made what with exact roles and distribute tasks inside the organization. Helps in avoiding Excel. I will repeat sometime this word. Help in implementing the control framework. A control framework is a set of control that guarantee that my safeguards are effective, are really implemented. And then keep this control done. So there is a schedule, you can set a schedule that distribute tasks to check that the controls are in place. Helps in audit because you have all things done. If you collect and verify the control, you can store the evidence and have the evidence all in the same storage. Helping avoid Excel, I've already done, and helps in also in reporting, in have a visibility for top management of the cybersecurity money that they have spent, and then at the very end avoid the Excel usage to manage the process. Many of the GRC software are specialized. They perform better in some tasks than in another. We see later. Commercial software, some suite were born to the full enterprise GRC, so to manage the operational risk of an organization. We will focus on GRC specific for cybersecurity. The original softwares coming from, for instance, IBM or RSA are very complex. It is not cheap at all. It is not possible to afford that kind of software with a normal budget if you are not a bank. They are in the last times, all that kind of software that are very static in the past now are enriched with components that collect information to keep risks the more real time as possible. A GRC is something quite simple because for store document policy and governance, it is like a content management system. There are some logic and algorithms to manage risks, a calendar and a workflow to perform the processes, database for store asset, risk, compliance items, and to store important, the audit, and connectors that collect information to enrich information inside. Artificial intelligence is coming also here, and it helps to implement policy, rewrite policy, and so on, evaluate compliance. Some examples. Iramba GRC is a solid and simple solution and is one of the largest user community in this kind of software. Is one, in my opinion, is one of the most complex solution, even better than many commercial GRC software. It has many modules: GRC, asset management, awareness, incident management. That is another process that if you are NIS2 involved, you have to implement. Project management, the business continuity plan, it manages also it, and manages the third-party risk. It has a community edition that is free, enterprise edition with a very cheap fee, an annual fee, enable to the full reporting, the notification, and also the capability to expand tables with custom field, so to custom the process as our process, as every customer process. It is quite rigid, but could be also positive, because also all things are tables. Simple Risk was born specifically for risk management in a global GRC. It is also used for risk management, better for risk, could have a high cost in adding some other functionality. The last one is CISO Assistant, that is a merge of a couple of GitHub projects, quite newer. It decouple risk and compliance. It works with a project logic. I'm evaluating it also for consulting usage, so for single project. And also for that software, you can bring your own framework instead of using many standard internal framework as NIST or other that are available for free. There are many other tools that are quite specific. OpenGRC is compliance oriented. OpenRMF is something that it is useful for checklist and so on. There are many resources available, also best practice to implement security here in the Center for Internet Security. Also NIST is a base for start understanding the cybersecurity governance, and the European agency is a good site to collect information and also some tools. In GitHub there is a project that is a page very useful, all full of GRC resources, courses, books, methodology, and tools. Very useful. And at the end, don't forget asset management, because if you don't know what you are managing, you cannot apply management, you cannot do risk assessment, and your cybersecurity processes could not start. That's all.
Thank you.
Grazie.